Okay, we're going to go over just some problems from Workbook, page 111, 1 through 16. You need to do them all. I'm going to show you some odds to help you work through the problems. Still, you need to watch the videos on Khan Academy. They're very thorough and very helpful. This is just to help you if you need a little more help with page 111. So we're factoring expressions that don't have greatest common factors, GCFs, like the previous problem did. So these problems on this page will not have a number that divides equally into all three parts. There's a different method of factoring. These expressions are called quadratic expressions, and their characteristics are the first variable is squared. There's a variable in the middle where the exponent is an invisible 1, and then there's a constant at the end. The process for factoring these, every time you're looking for the same thing, and it's kind of like a puzzle or a riddle. You're looking for two numbers that will multiply to equal C, the value here, and that will add to equal B, the number in this spot. So every time for the whole page, you're looking for numbers that multiply to the last number and add to the middle number. So number 1, we want to find numbers that will multiply to 12 and add to 8. So I'm going to put a 12 on top of this little T chart here, and I'm going to list all the numbers that multiply to 12. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Which sets of these numbers also add to 8? 1 and 12 make 13, so that doesn't add to 8. 2 plus 6 makes 8. So 2 and 6 are the numbers we want to use in our factors. So to write it in factored form, you always do two sets of parentheses, put the variable in the first position, and then put the numbers that satisfied both criteria, the 2 and the 6 in the parentheses. You could write the 6 first, have it t plus 6, t plus 2. These are both right answers. They're both equivalent. Now you can check your work always by multiplying. So if you multiply this using the FOIL method or double distribution like we learned before break, you should get the problem you started with. So t times t is t squared. T times 6 is 6t. 2 times t and 2 times 6 is 12. If you remember, every time we multiply these binomials, there were like terms in the middle, combine those, and this is the result, t squared plus 8t plus 12, which is the problem we started with. So these factors, the numbers we found that multiply to 12 and add to 8, go in parentheses here. This factored form is equivalent to the standard form. These are really the same problem, just written differently. Let's try that again. Okay, so here I'm looking for numbers that will multiply to 20 and add to 9. So make a list of numbers that multiply to 20. You have 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. Now which sets of these numbers would also add to 9? 1 and 20 make 21, so they don't work. 2 and 10 would make 12. 4 plus 5 actually adds to 9. So our factors here are 4 and 5. We're going to put them in parentheses. Two sets of parentheses. You always put the variable first, and then the numbers that you picked that add to 20, multiply to 20 and add to 9 go second. Okay, number 5 gets to be more complicated because of the negative sign. So these problems are going to be continued on another video. Please make sure you're watching Khan Academy and practicing all of these. It can be difficult. It takes a little bit of time to learn, but all of you can do it if you just keep practicing. And make sure you message me with questions.